YouTube, what is up with y'all today? This is Neil Goodfella Neil coming through with just another quick sneaker review. Now, this sneaker review, I'm gonna bring out like 2 more sneakers for comparison. Wrap this up real quick. Now, this is actually a sneaker I actually copped in 2018, so just in the meantime, I just want to get these out. I don't know if it might be an on-foot attached or whatever. If it's not one attached, eventually I get to doing one eventually. Right now it's just like crazy snow outside, so you know, it is what it is. Nightwing already did a review on these, so like if you need to see it on foot that bad, you know, you can go see his. And obviously he gives like more of the tech reasons behind it, but yeah. Anyway, I ended up copping the Nike Air Max Uptempo 97 in 2018 sometime. I forgot what month, but it had to have been sometime in the summer or the fall. I got in the 9.5. Now, everybody was on the He Got Games, the He Got Game 13s, which is definitely a classic sneaker. But another one of those sneakers from the He Got Game movie was actually the Nike Air Max Uptempo 7. 97. I'm up there saying 7. So, this is the sneaker right here. Ray Allen rocked this joint in the He Got Game movie. And a lot of other NBA players rock this. Jason Kidd, I think Jeff Hornacek. It's a lot of them from the 90s that actually rocked this. So this wasn't particularly like signed to, you know, one player like Pippen or somebody like that. But if I'm not mistaken, I think Pippen probably also, yeah, I think he did rock these. But you know, a lot of the up-tempos I know kind of like, it feel like, to me at least, a lot of the up-tempos feel like they get associated to Pippen than anybody else out the whole league. You know, so like they could just come out with like a general model up-tempo, but it just feel like Pippen run it. But you know, these past releases and everything, every time they release one, his sneakers always look like an up-tempo. So that's why we always think about it. And I actually got the perfect sneaker, actually a Pippen, to actually compare to this, so that we see this, so that you see that they are similar. I had to do the re-review though, man, because like I actually forgot the comparison sneaker on the re-review. So this was kind of like one of them things, not the re-review, but the first review. I actually forgot the sneaker, so it's like the comparison sneaker, that is my second comparison one. So you know, I just kind of was like lost and just didn't feel like the review was getting anywhere. So anyway, just a quick little overview. I think about East Bay though when I do see this though, man. Like, it's crazy. I think about the East Bay magazine. They used to have sneakers like this in there in the late 90s. I was getting them in the late 90s, the magazines, you know what I mean? Like, and I think they stopped sending them after a while if you don't buy nothing, but I always had to sign back up, man. Like, it was crazy, man. Like, having the East Bay back then was like, you know, like being on like Nike Talk or being on some forum or a blog or something. Now, granted, people didn't talk back to you, but the sneakers, oh yeah, man, it was doing the talking. But anyway, the leather on here, not nothing too much on to write about. Just a typical Nike GR leather, but it's not like super crazy plastic like, you know, sometimes Nike just be like, they damn near just throw plastic on the shoe, but this one, it's okay. It's not like crazy plush or anything. Also, going to the top of the tongue, you do got that up-tempo. It has more like that gel like feeling. I remember Nightwing saying on his review of these that some guys actually hoop down to the bottom. They actually wear the bottom out and eventually the air bubble will bust. Now, I wear mine casually, so you know, hopefully, you know, I'll never have to experience that. On to the back, you also got that nice little gel piece. And with this, like looking at the sneaker this way, it kind of like looked like a ski mask. You got the 2 eyes right there. Yeah, ain't, you know, to me that's just a little interesting. Going along the tongue, you do have the mesh, white mesh that is. Now, I really don't care for all white sneakers all like that, but this is one of the reasons why though. with the mesh actually being white like this seemed like that mesh that's hard to clean. You might need heli OxyClean or whatever, or bleach thing, I don't know. Whatever you need to clean it up, maybe some Jason Mark Reshoenator. Going to the side, y'all obviously see that the air is in cursive. That's also definitely a nice touch. The nubuck on here isn't like very cheap like, but it's not real plush neither. You also do have midnight navy like along the, I'm about to call it the swoosh, along the leather panel right here, and that nice little embroidered swoosh. Kind of remind me of the Air Max 1, the Air Max 1 where they had like the swoosh at the top of the toe. Then you also have these alien looking pods right here, and it's more like a metallic blue. And you know, I just feel like that take this kick to a whole nother level. Now, thanks for watching my top 5 most uncomfortable sneakers that I do have in my collection. Now, this one really didn't make it because for this one to be like a big ant bed stumper, man, for this one to be like the big chunky one out the bunch, just like the Pippin. This one actually didn't do any like real like damage. Like my feet didn't hurt like wearing these or anything. Now they are heavy, just like the Air Pippin, but I don't know, man. It just feels somewhat a little bit more light, but again, this is still a heavy one. Getting into my comparison, my first comparison I want to get is the Nike Air Max, Nike Air More Uptempo 96, and that's this one right here. Now, this was actually a pickup I had at the top of 2018 last year. Already actually did the review last year for this one, and this one to me was just a black and white teaser that Pippin already wore, and I just feel like Nike just was like trying to clown us for this one. Not clown us, but tease us. My bad. Not clown, but tease. So I hope they do come out with the black and white one. I still want to actually cop that one. This one is a nice fall, you know, winter like colorway and stuff. You know, you can wear it year round, but you know, it is what it is. But anyway, I bring this out to basically just talk about the air bubble at the bottom of this and the bottom of this, and basically 2 Uptempos next to each other. As far as weight goes, I don't know. We might be tied for weight, but this one kind of feels a little bit lighter. But, you know, you probably really need a scale to see. One of the takeaways that they did, you know, obviously this one doesn't have like the elastic bands like the Uptempo 96 does. And, you know, it's just not too much of a, not too many, obviously, not too many similarities between them. I mean, you do got the air bubble at the bottom, you know, up here. But yeah, yep. I just want to bring this one out though, because, you know, this one I just feel like, at least this model is just like significant to the Uptempo history. Just a small little comparison with this, but this is not the main comparison though, because like, come on, man, it's kind of whack. It's kind of whack to actually try to compare that with that, to hold like 2 completely different designs. Now, this one is where the main comparison really comes in at, and that is the Air Pippin one, which was on my most uncomfortable sneakers list, top 5 at least, but still a fly kick. And again, like with the Uptempo 97, just like how I said on the video, man. Now I wear size 9.5 to a size 10. These are already big enough and heavy enough just for me. I could just imagine somebody with a size 13, size 14 foot, Pippin size, Jordan size, you know, well, preferably Pippin size, playing in something like this, man. Like, this is chunky as hell. But anyway, one of the big takeaways from this whole comparison as far as similarities is the midsole. The midsole is literally, it's damn near identical. You still, like, I'm talking about from a point is, you know, you see the air bubble. Like, damn, shoes so big you barely even hold them together. So the air bubble right here is practically, this midsole practically damn near the same. It's like they drew up, there's like, oh, you know, let's bring up the Air Pippin, and you know, we're just gonna take the midsole off of it. It's like a custom almost, and they just, you know, ripped the upper off and then just put another whole upper in. So also another comparison that's basically similar is the bottoms as well. Same thing. And like, man, I didn't even know the soles were the same until I did this review. So yep, air bubble right there, air bubble right there. Obviously you got the same kind of traction. What do y'all think though, man? Do y'all think that the Air Pippin is better than the Air Max Uptempo 97 or vice versa? But as far as me, I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to beat that swoosh on the toe right there. That's definitely something that's trademarked, but you know, that's something that's like you can't take away from this. This one also still has like the mesh tongue, just like this one. Now I will say Nike actually beefed this one up with more swooshes, and obviously you got Pippin at the top, but they do feel the same though, like the same kind of material. So it feels like gel, like a glass gel, kind of like, you know, tongue with that. Not too much of nothing else. I mean, it'd kind of be kind of pointless for me to explain stuff that you actually see right here. Obviously the color's different, but you know, and there's very subtle differences, but you still have like that same kind of like pushed out back on these. You know, obviously you got the swoosh right there, and then with the Pippin you got the air ingrained right there, engraved. And I don't know, man. I can't even pick. I might go with the Uptempo 97 though over the Air Pippin though. Just slightly, just slightly, just slightly, because this is a little bit more weird looking, more alien looking. But nevertheless though, man, this shit's still classic all day. Like, even though it can be uncomfortable at times if you're actually moving more than usual, like actually like walking crazy. Like, this is one of them casual walking around shoes, you doing something, you know what I mean? Like, this isn't like something you power walk in. So, and same thing for the Uptempo 97. Like, you don't power walk in the Uptempo 97 though, man. So I don't want to keep y'all too long. Lord knows, man, you know, it's been long enough since this 2018 review actually like got out. So, you know, again, this is like a re-review. Just to hold them up side by side before I head up out of here. The sock liner on this though is a little bit more tough. Now what Nike is calling this navy, they're calling it college navy. So, you know, still just look like a plain navy, but I'm quite sure it's probably slightly different from the regular navy. Y'all know how Nike get down. And that's basically it though, man. Something different, something fly. You ain't gonna see too many people wearing this because, you know, we live in an era full of hype. These ain't hype. And these actually went on sale a few times. And I actually got mine for like $120, $130 last year, and I actually seen these go lower than that. I wouldn't be surprised if you could get these for like the low now, maybe slightly pre-owned or whatever, like slightly discounted. I don't see them floating around anymore, at least on like sneakers, you know, sneakers websites, you know, where they post the deals. And you know, maybe an eBay search might be worth it. You could probably swoop those for a deal, since people not really into Nike basketball all like that anymore, or at least it's not popping as hard as it used to be, like old retros and stuff. So that's my time though, man. Rate, comment, and subscribe. This is Nike Air Max. This is the Nike Air Max Uptempo 97. I'm messing all up my words, but this is Goodfella. Goodfella Nail. Nail Goodfella. Rate, comment, and subscribe. Peace.